Okay, now that we're inside, I just want to explain a little bit of what's going on here. Imagine the house having butt ugly carpet, dog stinky carpet. I mean, when we walked in, I'm going to give you a little story here. When we walked in, for one of the first showings, I brought my wife a Frosty, and she was about to take her first bite, scoop it in, and she almost threw up in her mouth because it was that stinky. She's like, oh my gosh, I can't even eat this here, it stinks so bad. It actually smelled like something was dying or had been dead for a while in the garage. So the first take was like, this stinks so good because, that's a good investment property. But we're gonna be here long term, but regardless, it's awesome because that means most of the people who walked in this house walked straight right out with that smell, and with me, it smells so good. So, the other thing we discovered, well, once I got in here, past few days have been crazy. We've been ripping up carpet, we've been ripping up tile, we've been demoing some walls, we've been taking out trim, vanities, destroying bathrooms, all that crazy stuff, all the fun stuff of a demo and a reno. But we discovered a floor that I did a long time ago, and if you look at it here, it's this stone pattern. You may recognize my work here. This was actually seen on one of those home improvement shows, and I taped down every little pattern, and I'm kidding because this is linoleum and I don't do that kind of crap. But there's a lot of cool stuff that's going to go on here, so let's just get started with the walkthrough. As I mentioned, if you recall, behind you as you're walking in, you're going to see the accented wall that's going to be either like three-dimensional or concrete tile or maybe some kind of wave effect. We haven't decided quite yet, but we're just in the sketching stages right now. But we're possibly thinking of whatever we do out there, we're actually going to mirror on this wall. So when you first walk in, you just see the same image that you saw out there to your left, but over here to your right, and it just continues and dies out into that back wall. And the reason that's important because it's like a line of continuity that just kind of takes you straight out to the backyard, and you'll see why. So on this wall, like I said, we're going to replicate what we possibly have there. It might be a stone wall, it might be rocks, it may be just something completely we're not even thinking about at this moment, and change it up. There is a thought of doing shadow puppets and dog stuff. No, there's actually a thought of doing a fireplace here. And you're probably thinking, you live in Florida, Rico, what's the point of doing a fireplace? Well, it's a dumb idea, yeah. But two, it's also a cool idea because not too many houses have fireplaces here in Florida because you never use them but maybe once or twice a year. And the fact that you just got one, you got one. If we can do it now, might as well do it, knock it out, call it a day. So, the big reason that I want the focal point to just travel to the end of this wall is because this wall is going to be gone. It's going to be completely gone. And the reason for that is, and you might want to take a sneak peek, once we tear this wall out, you're going to be able to just gradually walk out into what we have out there, a pool. That's right, a pool. We got a pool here in Florida. Holla! So guess what? This is going to get torn out. We're going to put ceiling to floor sliding glass doors. They may be 3 panels, they may be 4, who knows, but when we slide the sucker open, boom, 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 into this, it just disappears. It's not going to be there. So when you actually look from that point, looking out, it's just going to look like, whoa, what happened to the wall? And it's just because everything is just seamlessly opening. That's the idea. We'll see what happens. But then over here, this room right here it's like the den. So we figured, you'll see right back there is the kitchen. So we figured if you're in the kitchen, you need to be able to look outside into the pool. Make sure your kids are not drowning. Make sure everyone's, having fun and everyone's okay and that kind of stuff. So we're thinking of possibly putting some windows, maybe this height, take it up, and then just have this completely like visible to the outdoor to kind of give it that continuity of like, hey, you have glass, it's open, there's more glass, and it just kind of continues. As you get in this area, we may have some kind of study or desk or nook area, but we also have some chairs and some lamps and hanged out spots because the way we hang out, we have a lot of family. And when we come over, it's just like families together there, but we want the little kids nearby, and if they're not going to be at the pool, it's not a pool day, or it's not time for them to swim, then they need a spot to be hanging out here so we can keep an eye on them. And everybody's together. We're going to be replacing all the windows. We plan on putting double hung windows. That way we can actually drop them down from the top, bottom, have a little bit better configuration in that sense. And the ones that we're looking at, they're going to be like a two-tone, so they look like black frame from the outside, and then they're actually white framed on the inside, which is a pretty neat feature. And so anyways, let's continue with the rest of the demo. So as you look over here, this, not too long ago, had the wall framing all the way to the top. The wall came out here. We took out the studs here. We're going to reroute some of the wiring here. The idea with this kitchen is we want to put a counter depth fridge in here. So the fridge lines up right with the same distance of the edge of the countertop. And it's going to go here, so this cabinet's got to go. We're going to have a different upper, or depending on how we decide to do that. There is going to be the wall there where it finishes, but this cabinet's going to be gone. And so therefore this goes all the way up, has a little bit bigger of a open feel here. And then coming in this direction, we're not sure if we're going to keep this double oven configuration, but you can see it when we wrap back around. This, again, was a wall that just went from top to bottom, had a big cabinet here, and then we took that out, and what we plan on doing is putting, reconfiguring some of the other cabinets, bringing it to the edge, extending the countertop here, bringing some more uppers here. We're going to do a slide-in oven, and then we're going to have an actual range, like a hood vent here, because there is nothing here. I don't know what these people were doing and how they were exhausting, you know, all the fumes, and maybe they didn't cook or something. I don't know. It must be nice, but we do plan on doing something kind of funky with the cabinets. We don't know yet. There's a talk midst of like mix matching colors and things like that. So we're definitely going to have a decorative backsplash. That's a given. And you know we're going to do concrete countertops. So without a shadow of doubt. Coming this way, we are going to extend this a little further. That way we can have some stools so we can sit here and enjoy this area. And if you come and step over here, and you kind of get a bigger view of the big picture here, this is the idea. So just imagine this is now more open, feels bigger, feels more airy, windows over there, looking out towards the pool, so you can actually be in the kitchen here, and it just feels nicer, and just going to have a nicer view. A lot of natural lighting. And again, removing the popcorn ceiling, scraping that off, and smoothing that out, and going from there. So hardware might change, underlighting might keep, might update. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But if you swing back this way, this is actually the existing laundry room that was kind of like a pantry. It wasn't really being used as a laundry room, but we're going to bump this wall out, bring it out here, create some kind of like a walk-in pantry next to it, have a wall that dies out here somewhere. Still trying to lay that out because we want to make sure we keep a lot of the flow going, and also natural light. And but that way you can walk in through here. It's like a miniature hallway, then you come in through here, and this is a lot bigger. That leads into the garage. Hot mess in there. If you think this bag of stuff is messy here, you don't want to see what's in there. But that gives you an idea. And then this here is going to be our formal, or I guess our official dining room. We plan on putting an accent piece up there too. Again, concrete, something. Have a nice dining table. We were thinking maybe a round one. We've always wanted to just have everyone gathered around the table, everyone looking at each other, and then just different and looking nice. So this is going to be the official dining room. And then again, concrete throughout the whole area, honed floors, semi-polished kind of look. We don't know if we're going to go a little darker than normal. We don't want to go black, which was an option. But with experience, if you have ever had hardwood floors and they're dark colored, you see all the dirt in every speck. Same thing if you go with complete white floors, you see everything. So finding that happy medium. And we don't want to go something that's rustic and brown because it's not going to go with our decor. Not only that, a lot of times you can't see how dirty your floor really is, and I want to make sure I can see the dirt and everything that's there. We're pretty particular about being clean and stuff. So all the trim has been removed. So we're actually going to be putting trim that is a little different than what was traditionally found in this home, and Again, this is the linoleum being ripped up. I'll go ahead and finish up the tour. In the bathrooms, very basic, straightforward, as they're just bedrooms. But one cool feature we want to do is we want to create solar tubing skylights, not skylights like that are recessed, notched out of your ceiling, but just a solar tube. Looks like a large recessed can light, and the solar tube goes through your attic and collects the light from the roof and just shoots it down, and there's a lot of natural light. We want to do that here in the hallways, and we also want to do it right over the shower, so you have a lot of natural light there during the day. We don't have to turn on the switch and save some energy. Why not? And then all the rooms are going to have pocket doors. This one's going to have a pocket door that's embedded in the wall, so it'll slide this way. This room, that one will slide this way. For the bathroom, same thing. You'll slide it, you'll swing it this way. Only because I realized like a lot of the doors are swinging and hitting like the tub, and this one's slamming into the closet, and it just creates an awkward situation. And I love space-saving ideas, and I think that's always, the pocket door is just ingenious. So, and then going into the restrooms here, we've demoed that out too. We took out the old vanity. The glass was already, the mirror was already broken. We came here, just swept that up, put it to the side. But we want to do like a wood floating type shelf vanity, and then of course finish it off with a double sink concrete top. And then we have some nice lights coming from there. We'll have the solar tube lighting from there. Don't know what we're going to do with the bathroom. We may just have it regrout it, or we may just do something concrete, because why not? No guy, who knows the guy, who knows the guy. And then update the toilet. The floor might be different than what's in the hallway. We might just carry the concrete through here and just make it look seamless. Bedrooms are going to be carpet, so they're nice and cozy and comfortable. And then again, here's the second bedroom. And then we have a linen closet here. And then again, coming to our master. The master is kind of small, but the good thing is we have a large backyard that we can eventually bump a wall out and extend that in the future. For now, we're just trying to take care of all the mandatory stuff and the stuff that we budgeted for, actually. So again, another sliding pocket door, boom, over here. And my wife and I, we've talked about creating an accent wall again there. So a lot of accent walls, a lot of decorative stuff, just a lot to show, it can look like concrete, and some things that we do don't look like concrete but are concrete, and we hit a home run every time with that, because people are just amazed and astonished at what you can do. And then again, the floor here is going to be carpeted. We have a his and hers closet. Not that great. We would have loved to have a walk-in closet and really deck it out, but like I said, we do have the room towards the backyard. We definitely have the space for that. So in the future, we decide to revamp that. We can revisit that idea. And then the last bathroom here is again a small bathroom, but again the pocket door is going to be sliding that way into the wall, getting rid of this door here. Again, another concrete countertop, wood floating shelf. We're going to do some nice vibrant colors in here. And then I'm teeter-tottering on the idea of bumping this wall out and then just making it bigger, especially if you use a elongated toilet. I want to have a little bit of easier access to get into it versus putting the elongated toilet, which is going to stick out a little further, and then only be dealing with a small space here to get in the shower. But this could be regrouted easily and then just kind of finish it up if the budget, if it comes to the budget constraints, for that matter. And then in this floor, we'll have carpet there, so in this floor we might just do an epoxy floor. In the garage, we might do a metallic epoxy floor, so you'll be able to see that, and that'll be pretty neat, because I have some ideas that I've been playing around with that. So that pretty much explains everything on what we're going to be doing overall in a nutshell. There's probably some things that we won't actually do just because, we're dreamers, and then there's other things that we just didn't think about, that we were just, hey, why not add this since we already have this wall open, or why don't we do this? And so we have tons of sketches, tons of ideas, Pinterest boards, all this stuff, and we sit at night just thinking and talking and figuring out what we're going to do until we ultimately get in here and figure it out. That's going to be part of the journey. I do want to take you and take a tour of the backyard, so hold that thought on my closing, and let's go take a walk.